Hello and welcome to the MegaMonsterCast. For today, we are talking about Tougen Anki Episode 1.
I made a mistake for choosing this.
I'm Nick, with me is Josh.
Hi.
Um, so some things that we should talk about before we go into this. I had to rewatch parts of this episode many times because I had trouble staying focused on this because it was just so average.
Oh, was it the most average?
Uh, so for the viewers out there, I watched the first two episodes back to back. I forgot things that happened in episode one minutes after they happened. And when they were brought back up in episode two, again, like within less than 5 minutes, I was genuinely shocked first that they were happening, and second that I forgot that it was just something that was established in the episode before it.
Yup.
Um, this is it can accurately be described as they just took all the things that worked in other animes, slammed them together, and it none of it works right anymore.
No.
Like there's cool ideas and such poor execution. So anyway, let's begin. Our episode begins with a blood rain.
Sounds cool.
I mean, it should be
And
cool.
then you hear a 40-year-old man call another 40-year-old man, Senpai.
Yep. We find out that there's a baby, and this baby's some sort of cursed child. We find out later on
Yeah.
he's an Oni.
The nasty, filthy Oni bloods.
Mm-hmm. Then we get our backstory for this world that there's the Oni and there's the Momotaros. And this
That's their name.
so this is loosely based on the same myth that the fucking Pokemon DLCs for Scarlet and Violet are based off of. Yep.
Uh,
Yep. This is like over the last few years, they just like Japan has been like returning to this myths well, like multiple times. Like it was in there was a Super Sentai series that was all about this myth. Pokemon did this. This is doing it. I think there was like one more, but I don't remember. But it's been like a thing where Japan's been like putting this back out into the zeitgeist. So anyway, cut to what can only be described as a serial killer's bedroom. I shouldn't say that, but he's definitely a school shooter type. Uh,
yeah. Considering he's in what? Beginning of high school?
yep. So our main character Shiki Ichinose is a dickhead, and that's his character trait. He's a dickhead. Um,
Now, I want to point out these might be airsofts, as
oh, they
far as
are.
I know, because I have that gun cap package up top.
Yep. This is 100% an airsoft junkie's bedroom. So airsoft culture in Japan is actually like really big.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they don't have
Huh.
actual firearms, so this is the closest you can get. So like the airsoft community is like a really like deeply entrenched community in Japan.
Just just somebody doing a drive-by with airsoft guns.
It's not impossible, but it's pretty unlikely. You'd end up doing like some serious time for that. But yeah, this kid is he's a dickhead. He's thinking about how funny it is that he got expelled. And of course this means that we're gonna see his dad call him out on being a dickhead.
Yeah,
He's also
dickhead.
like who was he talking to? Because it seemed like it was his friend, but he also hated him. He seems like it was Tech. Like it's his Tech he's talking to. Where he's being an absolute dickhead to his friend. And he
I
can't
just want to imagine he just called downstairs to his dad.
No, I'm imagining it's actually Tech, and Tech's like, why the
Heck,
fuck is this
heck,
Japanese guy talking to me?
I don't give a fuck about you. I thought I was doing a job.
Yep. But yeah, so then his dad came up and he's like, you're a fucking piece of shit, kid. Uh, and they have a strange relationship. I wonder if that'll have anything, like, play into anything over the course of the episode.
I'm sure we'll figure it out in episode 2.
Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah, apparently they run a liquor store and uh, the clientele is starting to dwindle.
Not liquor hunting season.
Yeah.
And then we get Silent Hill Fog.
Yes. There is fog kind of everywhere. And we get like a bunch of like gray black particles coming in and whip Shiki out of the house cuz we need him to get into a combat. Um so there's going to be times where in this anime we call out the fact that it switches from 2D to 3D animation.
Fucking garbage.
The first time it happens, I think, is with, well, obviously, like the fucking like the black particles are, but honestly, I think it is. I think it's. I think we see like the hand that he has,
I
like,
was about to say when
yeah,
he's like messing with it.
yeah. I think that's the first time we see like egregious CG. But we'll see it pretty regularly. Like I think he's 3D animated when we have like when it's the Momotaro's face, like a close up on his eye, but it's 2D when it's on Shiki. It's like there's just a slight difference in the way they look. But anyway, Ichi's dad, no, Shiki's dad, hits this dude with his car and then drives off. And you notice that he's got all these black particles around him still, which means he's not dead. And Shiki's like, did you like owe money to a loan shark or something? What's going on? Why are we being attacked? Why did you hit that man with a car?
Whereas this is the most intense game of tag you'll ever be a part of.
Yep. That car.
Okay, the first time I watched this, I thought his car was just completely fine after wrecking into the house. But no, it had some damage. I appreciate the detail.
Yep.
I'm going to give that a thumbs up.
Yeah, but
You can't see it because my thumbs are down here, fuckers.
yep. I will say like I appreciate the damage to the car. They could have just animated it with 2D animation. There's a lot of points where I'm like, why are you animating this 3D? You didn't really need to do that.
Oh yeah, you're right. I take it back. I take all my good
Hmm.
notes back.
Yeah, so Shiki's dad's like, so you're an Oni and he's a Momotaro. He's here to kill you. Sorry, kid. But
But you're home.
ooh, glitchy Josh.
What?
Don't worry about it. So anyway,
Oh no!
we get an attack on the cars First, a sword made out of the particles stabs into the car, and then it is engulfed in these
Golfed.
particles. I'm going to be honest, this point in the episode onward, I struggle to remember what happens when.
Oh yeah. After this is where I start rewinding.
Yep. We are almost 7 minutes into the episode, and it becomes difficult to remember what happens. So you're going to have to forgive us, people. That's just how we're going to talk about Tougen Anki. So
This
anyway,
shitty 3D CG fire.
uh, we also have the
Oh.
web that Shiki's being held up in. Like,
Why did he choose a web?
because now he's caught in his
Why didn't he just
web.
kill him when he had the chance?
I don't know.
Oh, I know, because now we have to get the next 5 minutes of opposition.
Yeah. Yeah, then we got a recap on the backstory.
Again.
And we find out that his dad was a Momotaro. And that he's broken some sort of law by taking care of Shiki instead of killing him. And we get a almost cool sword fight that switches between 2D and 3D animation. This is where it becomes more bleachy.
Yeah.
Um, so this anime struggles. Well, I shouldn't. I think it struggles just based off of watching a few episodes. It struggles with what it wants to be, and it wants to kind of be every anime. And that has its good things and its bad things, mostly negative, but whatever. Ah, God, that's so distracting. I'm watching the part where like we see Shiki's dad, and they're like talking, like it's doing the reveal that he's a Momotaro, and it's in 2D animation, and then we zoom in on his face, and it
With the
becomes
teeth?
3D. It becomes 3D animation,
Ugh, yes.
where like it doesn't even like change the shot much, but it's like here and now we're in a little closer, and now it's 3D.
And then we get a really badly designed 2D shot. Ugh.
I'm gonna be honest, but you're gonna have to be way more specific on that one. There's so many bad shots.
Oh, it's when they after that and they like fling back from each other.
Okay.
It's just like a matte black sword and then like barely any face.
Yeah,
He looked like Brock from Pokemon.
you're right. There's okay. So the fights in this are distracting because they'll switch from 2D animation to 3D animation, and neither one is particularly well done. But we get like some we get some fight back and forth. We get eventually the dad gets cut down, and now we have the dad's like, hey, I'm still gonna try to stop you because he's my kid. And of course, this ends with the dad getting well, this ends so this pisses off Shiki. Shiki starts to bleed from his eyes.
And just repeating kill, kill, kill.
Yep. And he frees himself from the web after he grows these black particulate horns, and he
They
becomes
look horrible, by the way.
yeah, that's just all of them. The other, so spoiler for you, Josh, all the fucking Oni have them, and they all look bad. They're different shapes, they're different designs, they all have the same texture, they all look bad. But anyway, so Shiki becomes a blood boy. He's a blood Oni now. He's got fangs and his fucking horns, and he's just coated in blood.
And then he grows 9 tails. Essentially, he's Naruto at this point.
I mean, that's kind of what it's aiming for with this design.
But
Like,
man, those tails are cool.
well, first he gets his arm cut off, and then he grows it back.
He got an arm cut off? I don't remember.
Yeah, yeah, he gets his arm cut off, and then he regenerates it. Tougen Anki, people, you won't remember what happened. Josh watched this like less than
Minutes
an hour.
ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say you finished this probably like 15 minutes ago. No, it was probably 20 minutes ago. We had like a small break between you
Yeah.
finishing and us starting to talk about this. But anyway, then he sprouts a bunch of tails with hands, and he's holding blood guns with them, and he just starts unloading, including he fires a fucking missile made out of blood,
That
which is
explodes in actual fire?
yeah, because being an airsoft nut like he knows how to create realistic projectiles to fire from these fucking blood guns that he made.
Oh, that's the most
Oh god.
egregious 3D fight.
You're talking about the part where he kicks him?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's where the quality of the animation in this episode is never great, but it really dips at that moment.
It it's like those like an anime video game quality.
Hmm. Like it looks pretty bad. Uh, anyway, so then he pins the Momotaro on the ground. He's got all of his various guns, including one that sprouted out of his mouth, and he just
Gunhead.
lets loose. Pretty much. If only.
If only that.
I
Why is Gunhead making more sense than this?
Again, Josh, I told you like Gunhead is weirdly the opposite of this, but it's so for the viewers out there, Gunhead, the movie is you don't really get what's happening for the story, but you know what's happening in the moment. For this one, I know the plot. I understand what's happening, but I cannot for the life of me remember. I cannot form memories of what happened. I've watched this first episode multiple times. I don't remember seeing parts of this. Like this fight, I thought was like 2 minutes. This is a good chunk of the episode.
It's almost half.
Yeah. Like it is shocking how difficult it is to recall what happens. And like the plot itself is not hard to remember. It's everything that happens is. But
How
anyway,
did the Momo end up halfway across the factory when he got
because
shot point blank?
he was just that knockbacky. But anyway,
He was pinned.
yep. So then Shiki purges his blood berserker form, as we'll hear it's called next episode. Well, berserker form,
Oh,
whatever. And the Momotaro uses the fucking particles to grow a fucking sword out of his stump because he's lost a limb. And he charges in to try to kill Shiki, and instead, Shiki's dad jumps in the way.
not that fact that he could have, easily just hit the guy.
Oh yeah. But anyway, so then the Momotaro guy,
Wanted that child support is what he did.
yep, the Momotaro guy disappears, and Shiki's like, well, the ambulance will be here, and his dad's like, no, no, I'm dead. You need a tragic backstory now, so I'm gonna die.
Uh, Doesn't. No, it's not like I have magical blood powers.
Yep.
It's not like I just witnessed a buddy of mine who had the exact same powers regrow a limb.
Yep.
Surely I can regrow some skin.
But anyway, then we have a guy on rollerblades skate up
I fucking
and
forgot about the rollerblades already.
knocks out Shiki. Again, Josh, it's so easy to forget. It's not until like episode 2. Again, we're talking minutes after episode 1. I had forgotten about this. Did you remember the part where there's just 5 corpses with speakers in their mouths?
No, I remember the speakers because I bitched about the outro being the intro to the next episode.
Yeah, but you also talked about the skates too.
Yeah, but I've already forgotten about the skates, and I made
uh,
a big deal about the skates after being told about the skates.
yeah, it's difficult to
Ugh.
remember. The worst part is I guarantee I'm gonna forget about those skates by the time we watch. By the time I rewatch episode 2. But yeah, so they're supposed to go. The corpses are related to the Momotaros, and their job is to kill all the Oni. And then we get our outro sequence where we find out there's a school for Oni, and they're there to learn how to be the
Oh my
bests.
god, I could have seen it right there, and I forgot about them.
Yeah,
Why is the outro is better than the show was,
yeah. I don't. I don't
and
really
very
know.
Fire Forcey.
Yeah, again, that's another anime I compare this to. There's a few different anime I compare this one to. Fire Force is one. Uh, Chainsaw Man, Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, Bleach. There'll be some Attack on Titan thrown in.
Just saw that. Just saw
Yeah,
the Titan.
yeah. It's
Oh,
uh, it's
why does he
complicated
have an umbrella?
because that's his weapon.
Oh,
So
I just saw the bloody Saw guy.
yeah.
Ugh.
Again, the outro's kind of sick, but that's also the intro for the next episode. But we get some hints at the characters that we're going to be dealing with.
Yeah.
It's a lot. There's a lot going on with this one.
Oh. Thanks, audience, for suffering through this with us.
It's okay, Josh. We'll forget it by the time we watch the next episode.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be so excited to see the next episode, and then
uh,
I'm gonna remember.
yep. Yeah. That was the episode. Any final thoughts you have on this one before we call it?
Is this what Alex feels like when we make him watch good shows?
Yes. All right. So with that, we will call this one. Tune in next time where we talk about episode 2, which, spoiler alert, has less action than this one. I don't remember what happened, but it has less, I think. Anyway, tune in next time. Bye bye.
Bye.